Hello and a very welcome to you. And can you believe that you have actually completed these 8 weeks program, our nurture program? So we went along for the last few weeks learning about the basic of nutrition and how in a very simple way you could nurture your health without feeling the overwhelm and feeling like you are on a diet or anything like that. So I hope these few weeks has been very helpful to you and you were able to make nurture as part of your routine from now on. So as for week one, we looked at how we can read labels a little bit more and be more mindful and conscious about the food that we are purchasing. So we learned about there are different chemicals that are added to our food products and how it can be helpful. Then we moved on to look at why it's not about just diet and exercise and what else matters in our life and how it impacts on our health. Then we went on to set achievable, smart goals. And I hope that you will be using these tips in different areas of your life, not just diet and health. Next, we went on to see how you could have a simple stress management self-care routine that is not exhaustive, that is not like you have to be doing 30 minutes of mindfulness, you need to be doing 30 minutes of this or 1 hour of that. It's like having 1 minute a day, and applying it a few times during the day. Like self-care and stress management should be a routine for you rather than an overwhelm. Then we went on to look at how to maintain healthier habits, and it's to do with your mindset and using some powerful habits or habits that brings powerful changes in our life. And I think that one was very important, and I hope you look back at it, and if you need to maybe review some of the new contents, the notes from the content, go back and do so. Next, we looked at conquering your cravings and understanding the cravings. More importantly, is when you understand your cravings, then you will be able to conquer them. So as a woman, it's very important to understand some of the symptoms and the cravings and how can you manage it, and understanding maybe better why are those cravings coming. Is it really related to food, or is it actually related to maybe my mood, or I'm feeling bored, or there's a void inside that I'm trying to fill, or perhaps there is a pain that I'm trying to soothe. All those things matters. And if you have gone through maybe a particular trauma in your life, maybe go back reviewing what is happening to you. Maybe you need to work with a therapist, a counseling therapist, or a psychiatrist, or any area that you have found you have faced a trauma. Maybe go back and review those and how can you deal with it. So, and then today we are also going to look at why it's not about diet. No, sorry, why diets don't work. So today it's all about you and me talking about why diet doesn't work. First of all, why diet doesn't work. And so let me go back to, so there is no one diet, okay? You have read online there is multiples of diets, and everybody else is writing about one particular diet that's going to work for you. So let me bring it back to you. There is no one diet that will fit everybody, okay? There is, because if there was one diet, then everybody would have been on one diet, right? So the fact that there are so many diets, people are writing about it, and perhaps everybody who is writing about those diets, it's working for them, but it doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. So it's not a one size fits all. So therefore, different diets work for different person. And this is, you can simplify it here. You can stop here and say all the diets that I have read around the world, it's not for me. I need to find the particular diet, which is what's the word diet again? Diet is the way of eating, the one that's working for you, the one that you are the way you are eating, yeah, the way you are eating. So when I am referring to diet, I'm referring to diet in the way, in the abundance of food enjoyed, because they support your individual's health, and it's not restrictive at all. It's something that is going to nurture your body, nourish your body and mind and soul, something that you can enjoy with your family and friends, and it's not restrictive. So there are different ways of finding a particular diet that is going to work for you. And to do so, I would again suggest that you go back on using our food, mood, symptom journal and write down the diet you are on, how you are eating, write it down. What you are really eating, write it down. Do you eat when you're stressed? Do you eat in a stressful environment? What particular food are you eating? And the area where there is symptoms or the mood, write them down. Use that area where the symptom is and the mood. How do you feel maybe a few hours after eating that particular food? What is your energy level? How are you sleeping that night? So every single day, maybe in the evening, take 5 minutes and write down how you're feeling, write down what you ate that day, what is working for you, what is not working for you. Track it down for about a week or 2 weeks if you like to. If you know you're feeling constantly bloated after eating such particular food, now you have an idea. Now you can see it visibly. After I eat this food, I actually feel so bloated. When I eat this food, I am having headaches or I am having migraines. So now you have an evidence that is showing you that this food has something to do with your body. Your body has something to do with this food, or vice versa, and it's impacting you in a negative way. So you need to be doing something about it. So what can you do? I'm going to give you a very common example is wheat, because this is for me. I'm not using a client here. When I eat wheat, I feel bloated about 15 minutes. In about 15 minutes, I feel extremely bloated. I feel like I'm like 5-6 months pregnant, and that can stay for few hours or sometimes few days. When I reduce weight, in about 4 or 5 days, my stomach, my tummy is lower. So for me, I needed to do something about it, which is remove wheat. But when we remove something, we also add something. So we have to add an alternative, a healthier alternative, a replacement. You don't remove something and fill the void, because what you're going to do is you're going to go back to eating it. So you need to find a better alternative where you don't feel like you're being deprived, you're restricted. So what I did is, I know I like a piece of bread every now and then to eat with my almond butter, because I love it so much. Almond butter and banana, I love it so much. So instead of wheat, I went on finding an alternative that is going to help me, which is when I eat almond flour bread, I don't feel bloated anymore. So what I did there is I replaced one food item. I replaced it with a better or healthier alternative. Now, depending on what symptom you are getting, you can find a better alternative. I'll give you a second example, which is, coffee. Okay, coffee. I don't want to take away your coffee. I enjoy my coffee. I actually had one just a few minutes ago before I came here. So if you know you are feeling very jittery, hyper when having coffee at 3 p.m., or if you feel like you can't sleep when you're having your coffee at 3 p.m., what you could do is remove the coffee. Of course, I'm going to get there. But when you remove something, you also need to replace it with something that you enjoy. You can't go and have nothing, or you can't go and have like a glass of water, because you're not going to enjoy it. You enjoy your cup of coffee at 3 p.m., but you know this is impacting your health in a negative way. Therefore, you want to replace it. So when you replace your coffee, or you're replacing that enjoyment from you, you want to get something that is as enjoyful or delightful or interesting as it would be, because that cup of coffee is a treat for you. You like it, it's creamy if you're adding cream, it's luscious, it's like the smell, you like it. So then don't go drinking a glass of water, because you're not going to enjoy it. Hence, you're going to drop that habit of not having a coffee. You're going to go back to your coffee. So you want to bring something that is enjoying. It's nourishing, but it's also tasty and delicious, and it's giving you that treat feeling. You're treating yourself. So you can think about few things that's going to help you. Feel that treat. Oh, I'm having a treat. So what you could do is have a lovely chai latte, which is I had to mention that. So it's a caffeine-free chai latte. I have the recipe on the website. I'm going to link it down. Let me take a note so I don't forget. Chai latte. So it's caffeine-free. So you have a better alternative. You have a replacement that's also going to give you, oh, I'm treating myself at 3 p.m. I deserve it. I'm treating myself. But then the ingredients in the treat that you're having are healthier. It's nourishing. It's going to give you the boost of energy, the feel good feeling. But it doesn't have the coffee or the ingredient that's going to negatively impact your system or your body. If that makes sense, I would love to know if I'm making sense here, because right now I'm talking to a computer, I'm looking at myself, so it's not making sense to me. But I would love to hear, when you're watching me, when you're listening to me, what you think about it. So another example is when you're having pasta. Okay, if you're having pasta, you're making a recipe. Now we are talking about diets. Now we are talking about why diets don't work. But I would love to give you a healthier alternative, a better option to move on to where you are with all the knowledge that you have achieved from doing nurture. Now go on and use all these to flourish or to thrive and to repair your system. So everything that you have learned from reading the label, from setting your goals, from maintaining healthier habits, from understanding and conquering your cravings, now it's time for you to go on your own and use this. So every person, like I came from Mauritius originally. I am living in Ireland now. So for me to be able to sustain a healthier lifestyle, I had to combine where I came from, the way I ate. I had to combine that little bit of me, a bit of my root in my diet. But back home, we were eating a healthier, unprocessed diet, yet the amount of rice we were eating was quite a lot. And almost every day we would be eating dal, which is lentils and pulses. And we would be eating a very small piece of protein, which is one small piece of chicken or small piece of fish, but sometimes none, because it would be based on vegetarian diet. But the amount of pulses wasn't there to give us the protein that we required, and the plate was filled with rice more than vegetables around. So even if the diet was unprocessed, the amount or the ratio of the macronutrients that we spoke about, which is protein, fat, and carbohydrates, so it was unbalanced. So the carbohydrates was coming from the rice, which is a big amount, and the protein was minimum, and the fat was almost none to a very tiny bit. And the vegetables, even if we're eating plenty of vegetables, but it wasn't as much. So I had to bring my healthy touch to the diet that I used to eat, which is reduce the amount of rice, increase the amount of protein, increase the amount of veggies, increase the amount of good fat. So I still have my spices, I still eat dal, I still eat the curries that my mom would make or my grandparents, my granny would make, but I had to change it a little bit. So then I don't feel deprived, I don't feel like I'm restricted as much. I still have the food that I would enjoy, but with better alternatives. So if you are thinking about which diet is going to help you in the future, as you move on from our nurture program to doing this healthier lifestyle on your own, pick a diet that you are now, like in the modern diet that we are. Maybe pick one or two things that you're going to find, or brainstorm a healthier alternative for yourself. So if you are someone who eats pasta, wheat-based pasta 3 times a day, you would like to choose or would like to think about an alternative, a healthier alternative to the pasta. So you can still eat pasta, but make it whole meal pasta, brown rice pasta. There are different options. So here you can use our swap cards to pick which alternative you may be looking for. So this is what I have for you today, and there is more down below where you can read whydiets.org. But these are a few tips or few suggestions that I have today as you move forward into doing nurture for the rest of your life. Because remember, this is not a diet, this is a lifestyle. So as you finish your last week, remember that these are informations that's going to help you go along in your life, teach not only yourself but your kids, your friends, your family members how to implement a healthier lifestyle, rather than a diet. So I hope this was helpful, and I would love to congratulate you on sticking with this program for the last few weeks. And you have been very engaging on our Facebook groups. Thank you for the messages and the emails that I have received, and some of the feedbacks on how we can improve nurture better. And I thank you, really thank you for trusting nurture, that nurture can bring you something. And I am so grateful to hear how this has helped you. And I remember a few years ago, my mission was to educate one woman a day, to bring this message to one woman a day, that with a healthier eating lifestyle, you can improve your health, your mental health, your female reproductive system, and every bits and pieces of you can be nurtured by choosing to eat healthier and nourish your body. So I would love to invite you, if you want to take your health a little bit further, I would love to invite you to our Repair one-on-one coaching with me personally. For 90 minutes, we are going to look into what is affecting your health, what kind of food you could be choosing to flourish and to repair your system. Now that you have all the information that we provided you via nurture, how can you implement all these little habits, simple habits, into your lifestyle? So if you have been using our food mood symptom journal, send it on to me. I have the link below with a code, Mira Repair. So you are going to get a discount for being just for those who have been on nurture. So you're getting that discount from me that will allow you to book an appointment with me for 90 minutes, and we are going to look into your symptoms, the hormones, that are affected, and how can we repair your health in a functional way. So I look forward to seeing you one-on-one, talking to you, and any questions that may have come for the last few weeks, or anything that you think that you would love to look into now. Maybe it's you are still not sleeping enough. Perhaps your digestive system is still a little bit funny. Maybe your female hormones, your menstrual cycle is not as regulated. Maybe you're feeling too bloated. Maybe there's something that you would love to repair and to look into deeper. I invite you to join my Repair one-on-one coaching program only for women. I do this, I pick a very small handful of women to work with. And because you're on our nurture program, I am inviting you with the bonus. So you won't be paying the full price. It is a bonus because you have been on nurture. So the code will be at the bottom of this video. And I really, really thank you for doing nurture with me. And I look forward to hearing you or seeing you and talking to you on our repair. So thank you, and keep commenting on our Facebook group and tag me, of course, so I can hear you. I can see your comments. So I hope all of this has been helpful. And remember that remember this affirmation: I show my body gratitude by nourishing it with healthy food. So what is healthy for you? Why do you want to get healthy? And keep going with your goals.